All right. Not sure what happened there, but I think we're back. We should be back. I don't know what happened. Don't know what I think that's the second time we've had that happen, but hopefully all good. Hopefully back in action, back where we're supposed to be here. Appreciate you guys waiting out on that. So when I'm in my stream, my screen share setup, so when I'm like showing you guys stats and everything like this, I go full screen, so I can't see the chat here. So it only took until Adam messaged me, moderator Adam texted me that I realized. Oh, big block from Barnes. I just looked at the game there. Raptors in transition. Second half has started, and Fred connects on the three. What a start to the half for the Raptors. They actually already hit a three as well that I missed while I was changing up. So sorry about that, guys. Thank you so much for waiting. Man, it dropped from 100 viewers to 20 as well. I was like, what's going on? But thank you, guys. Three-pointer there for Knicks, who can't hit. Raptors up by 13. Go to Discord. I will check that at the first commercial. And as Siakam makes it, Houston might need a timeout here. It was Siakam with the three. Man, I missed a Siakam three. That's tough. All right. Timeout called. I will check on the clip that Phoenix sent. There does not appear to be a clip. Phoenix, there's no clip that you put. I just see. Oh, you sent it. Okay, DM'd it. Sorry. Oh God, let's watch this clip that Phoenix sent. So I don't know what the stream sound. So for me, everything was coming through fine. My sound was fine. The audio. It was a YouTube problem. It wasn't a me problem, by the way, because it was still coming through fine for me. Sound was coming through okay, and it was still coming through perfectly for Twitch. But for some reason on YouTube there was such a problem. I don't know why YouTube, the feed disappeared there. But let's see what. Let's see. I actually have no idea how I'm gonna play you the sound for this. One sec.
It really hard to generate 3-pointers with no KPJ and no.
Man, I sound
involved. They've only taken 9. We've taken 20, and though both teams are inefficient, just adding on.
Man, you guys kept. Oh my God.
In hitting threes.
Well, my apologies, guys. I'm glad I eventually was alerted and was able to sort it out. Thank you for that, Phoenix. All right. Well, we're back. New stream, which means if you're just coming into the new stream, please make sure you have hit that like button, smash the like button. Help us get back up on the like category for this stream because we've had to restart from 0 here. Unfortunately, my streaming service did eventually recognize that the feed was off, but it wasn't able to solve it on its own. This has happened before, so we had to just start fresh. Chat's not working. Chat's working fine. I see the chat. But again, it was a YouTube thing. It was coming through for me okay. On my end, everything was fine. On the Twitch end, everything was fine. It was just the YouTube accepting the feed. It wasn't working. Again, this has happened before. Hopefully it does not happen again for the rest of this current stream, and we can get through the game. And based on how it's going, it's an enjoyable game. Oh, because the link is the link is different. Yeah, thank you. Because it's a new stream, so I have to put in the new link for chat. Oops. Yes, there we go. It'll pop up in a sec. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, guys. Okay, back in action here. Raptors up by 15 all of a sudden. Şengün finding Martin inside. Now Knicks for 3. Can't hit. Rebound. Eventually off of Van Vliet. And it's out of bounds for a Kings ball. Pac Fabregas. What's his overall these days? Like 40? What's his pace? 20? $63 to $48. Şengün to Jabari Smith. 73. Fair enough. Eric Gordon inside, he puts it in. Thank you, everybody, returning to the stream. Sorry about the connection issues in the previous stream. Hopefully, everything is sorted now. Please make sure if you're coming back, you have dropped a like on this stream. You need to get this stream pumped up as well so we can get this on some recommended pages. And as the people who left before can come back now. Van Vliet for three, and he connects from the corner. Fred firmly back to his best. On a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult is it to set up a live stream on YouTube? From like start to finish, starting completely with nothing or having already now set up everything I need. That would be very different. Siakam bringing it forward, giving it to Fred. Why not? He checked this man and he connects again. Fred VanVleet. You know, Fred, he should have passed it there because he's hogging the ball. He's being selfish and he should have been force feeding Siakam and he would have been an all-star. Raptors up by 19. Fred, back-to-back threes, making a huge difference for the team tonight. From nothing, like I mean, like for what I've done, it's a lot. It's hard. You need to find the streaming service you want, set up everything graphic-wise for the streaming service, plug in all your audio equipment, get the right audio equipment, figure out what is the best audio equipment for yourself. Then say it's like I'd say 8 out of 10. Siakam for three, no good. Rebound by Martin. 69 to 52. We said the Raptors are good enough to blow this game open, and they are finally doing that. Everyone grabs it with say drink 18 Coronas, swam from beach 1 to beach 4. Wouldn't recommend that. 18 is gross. That's a lot of Coronas, man. Glad you had fun. Barnes nearly gets the steal, but Şengün comes up with it and finishes at the rim. Looking for a foul as well, but won't get it. Back to a 15-point game. I never had Saul or Soul, whatever. Gary Trent inside. Layup is good. What a take in the post by Gary Trent. Gary Trent with the nifty post move. 71-54. Eric Gordon for three, and he responds immediately. Houston just chipping their way back into this. It got up to a 19-point game. Van Vliet looking to do it on his own again. Sidesteps and gets inside. Tough layup is off, but he is fouled. He's going to be heading back to the line. Tona beer? I've never heard of that. Yeah, people used to tell me Land Shark was a cheaper but better Corona, and I tried Land Shark. It's cheaper than Corona. I'll give you that part of it. It is not a tasty beer. Van Vliet at the line misses the first free throw. Yeah, buck of beer. I mean, we knew that was never going to happen. Come on. Just drink Guinness. Drink Guinness. Be a man. I cannot stand Guinness. It is so disgusting. Martin outside to Smith. Now Martin driving at Siakam. Gotta be stronger, Pascal. Got pushed off a bit too easily. Our team averages 23 points per game. You average 0.66. Well, that's something. That's probably what I averaged in high school. Ain't no shame. Actually, in grade 11, I probably averaged like 3 or 4 a game. Starting as well. I was the role player for sure. Jabari Smith at the elbow, and he's fouled by Barnes. That looked pretty clean from my vantage point. Would like a replay of that. I'm not a Guinness. I love beer. I'm not a Guinness man. It's just never been for me. I don't know if I gotta like get accustomed to it or what, but it's not for me. Oh man, David Mitchell sold. I'll play with shit too. What the fuck, man? Who's killing it? Fred's got 25 on 50% shooting. How about Freddie? All right, 72-61. It was up to 19. We are down to 11 points separating the two teams. Siakam working on Jabari Smith. Nice move to get past. Has a lane, and he's met by 4 Rockets players at the rim who do a great job defensively. Rockets other way with a dunk, and it's down to a 9-point game. I don't know, Nick. I think a timeout might be needed here. Nurse is going to let him play. Oh, man, if a beer came with free clothes, it did entice me for the university attire. Fred nearly loses the handle, gets it back. 6 on the shot clock, though. Fred at the rim, laying it in again. Fred doing everything, putting the team on his back today. Gordon to Şengün inside, and he's fouled. I think that's Achua who will pick up that foul and send Şengün to the line. 11-point game here, 74-63. .608 to go in the third quarter. Fred VanVleet putting on a show for the 5 people who made it out to the Houston Rockets game tonight. All right, there's like maybe 10 from this angle. Şengün first free throw's good. I mean, it took long enough, Alperin. Get that fucking shot off. How many seconds is that? Let's see. All right, Şengün. There you go. He's got the ball. That is 6 seconds. He took all fucking 10 of those seconds to take that shot, man. I was tracking. He took all 10 of those seconds to get that shot off Şengün. 74-65. Siakam trying to get to work here on Smith, stepping back for 2 and connecting. Back to double digits for the Raptors. Remember, guys, to please make sure you have hit that like button. Support the stream. Help us get on some recommended pages. This is the second stream we've launched because of the connection using the first one. So I would really appreciate if you guys made sure you hit that like button to help get some more viewers involved. Who's stat pad? Nobody's stat padding here. Siakam for 2 again. This one is off the mark. And the Rockets come forward again. Down 11 with 5:23 to go in the game. Martin in the corner for Smith. Siakam is the defender. Smith flies inside, loses the handle. It's out of bounds for a Rockets ball. Like, nobody touched that. That should be Raptors ball. No, I mean, Smith has it out here. I didn't see any Raptors player touch that. Yes, Newfie beer. We're at 5:17 to go in the third. 5:17 to go in the third. My pick for the championship would be Boston right now. Gordon inside, fights through and finishes. Back to a 9-point game, 76-67. I think the further the Rockets have to go to their bench, the better, the more we'll have success. This is not a good team. We got to take advantage. Trent for 3 here. Another one drops. That was wet for Gary Trent. Right through, nothing but net. Smooth as butter. Şengün up top looking to create. Nice feed. And Boucher with the massive block at the rim. Here come the Raptors in transition for Fred on the 3. Off the mark. And Houston get the ball back. He was open. He's playing well. Good shot from today. Boucher with another. Oh, I thought he got another block, but it still bounces in. Man, that was tough. All right, Adam. Appreciate it. Appreciate the help tonight and all the editing you've been doing. Have a fun time wherever you're going. Siakam at the rim and fights through the foul for the and one. Siakam's got 17 and he's looking for another one at the line. Sorry, check another score. Siakam free throw is off, and Garrison Matthews has the rebound. 12-point game. Here comes Nix. He's blocked by Koloko. What you doing in Koloko's house like that? Here come the Raptors the other way with Fred. To Siakam. Get a settle for the three. I don't need that. Don't need that, Pascal. I don't need that from you there. We don't need that. We don't need that. Jason Tate coming forward again. Raptors have 6 blocks tonight. Tate to Matthews. Back to Tate. Boucher defending. Tate don't want that smoke. Tate off for 2, and he's blocked by Boucher. Another excellent defensive play there. Wow, Boucher, how good has he been the last week or two? Barnes is 21, first of all. Second of all, he's had a pretty good run of games. He's just prone to these like nothing sort of games, though. Van Vliet steps back for 2 and hits again. How good is this guy, Fred Van Vliet, man? Listen, if this is his last week here, we better get some return the way he's playing. Knicks for 3. No, Siakam rebound. I'm going to continue to preach patience with Barnes. And he's been really good recently. Not today. But, like we see the flashes. It's going to be... The separation is he gets guarded like Simmons and Draymond. He gets guarded like with absolutely no regard for his 3-point shooting. So big step is going to be finding the serviceable 3-point game. And I think that will provide a lot more consistency and efficiency. Consistency are things that come with age a lot of the time. So I for sure I feel as though he's going to find his feet. We continue to see the glimpses of how special he can be, right? He still has those big games in him. I also feel like some more ball handling reps should come his way. I think that's fair to say as well. A little bit more at least. That's a fair point. I wouldn't say he's being parked on the wing necessarily, but agree. He hasn't been getting enough of he doesn't get enough of the ball. That should not be a problem 1 week from today. Should not be a problem a week today. But I don't think that's necessarily a problem for the team, like because Van Vliet has been so outstanding recently, and Trent has been great tonight. So we don't really need him involved as much from a shooting standpoint because we have looked so good without it. But obviously you definitely want to look towards developing him. But like I said, wait a week and the hierarchy is going to change drastically with this team, right? You want Barnes to take more ISOs. Then he's not a great isolation player. He really isn't. We saw a lot earlier in the season. This is not really his game. He's a really good cutter, really good at getting to the rim. And lately as well, like this game and the previous game as well, he missed a lot of bunnies that he's got to hit. Just like the small things, but like in the relatively consistently in the month of January, he was putting up good numbers. And again, reiterating my stance that next week the hierarchy of this team is going to be a lot different than it is right now. And we're going to see a lot more Scotty Barnes involvement, I think. It's tough for the energy to be that good with a team when you know, like, 2 to 4 of these guys aren't going to be here. Sorry, it'd be more than that. Like, 2 to 6 of these guys aren't going to be here next week. It's not a great situation from a team to be like looking at like this team. What are we really playing for right now? The energy thing, it's tough, but still they've risen up here. They're playing well. They're playing well. It's 83-69. They're having a great quarter. Christopher, as we're back in to the game from the timeout, 83-69. Christopher for 2 over Barnes, and it's tipped away. Rebound by Koloko. Koloko having a positive impact. It could be 3 guys gone. Like you're thinking it could be Trent, Van Vliet, and an OG, but it'll be other guys in salary-wise involved in those trades too. So it could be a lot more than just 3 players, even if it's Trent, Van Vliet, and OG who get moved. More players will likely be on the move as well. Knicks for 3. No good. Rebound, though, by the Rockets. And they will head to the line here. I don't know who that number 20 is. But a good offensive rebound there. Big pressure on front office. I agree. Like, sure, Malachi Flynn could go. I mean, good riddance if he goes, to be honest. What is Fred doing different now? Straight up, he's hitting his shots. They're going in. They're going in now. I genuinely think that's it. I think right now, because his confidence is also high, he's a lot more purposeful with his possessions. So the confidence is making a difference, but I think the biggest thing in the shots are falling. And that's making him confident. That's making him more purposeful in possession. And when he's more purposeful, he's hitting even more shots. And here's Fred again for 3. This time it's off the mark. They ran nice floppy set there. Didn't go. No, I like everybody was complaining how much Fred was shooting before. He's still shooting. I just think they're going now. So the super chat came in here from Bert. Thank you so much to Bert for that super chat. Very grateful for the extra support. Not necessary, but always. I'm very much appreciative of that. So thank you for that, Bert. Let's see what he has to say. I appreciate the content and the reason takes. Well, I appreciate you coming to hang out on the stream and making it more enjoyable. All of you as well. But yeah, I try to. I always try to not overreact. I try to keep level-headed on things and take them for what they are, not overreact in hindsight. So I'm glad that's recognized there. Thank you. Yeah. 83-70 for the Raptors. 1:11 to go in the third quarter. Van Vliet forward, attacking inside. The floater is off the mark, and the rebound falls to the Houston Rockets again. Eason, I think that's Eason, to Christopher. Now Tate. Back to Christopher. Christopher for 2, and he gets it to go. Nice take there. Down to 11 points. Blind faith, I also agree that's annoying, but I also find the overly pessimistic fans. I think that's even worse. Just the doom and gloom, always taking things, the people who take everything to the extreme. Like Fred having a bad stretch of games as just he's so bad, he's horrible. No, he's just in a bad, how is there no confidence a guy can bounce out of this slump? Boucher in the corner for 3. This one doesn't go. Barnes, a nice job on the glass to tip it outside to Flynn. Joe Wieskamp is not contractually a Toronto Raptors player, so he cannot come in today. Van Vliet fighting inside to the rim, and a blocking foul has been charged against the Rockets, so Fred Van Vliet will head to the line here. Sure, look, if I've always said, like, if your argument is Fred doesn't fit the team long term, you don't want to pay him that much for what he brings, you want a different style point guard, that's all fair. But the very widespread discourse was about his abilities as a basketball player and how he makes the team worse by being on the floor, which were so overblown and incorrect. So overblown, so incorrect. And those were the most annoying things. It wasn't. That's the discourse was not the fit thing. Because I can get behind that. It was unfair. It was overblown. That was my issue. That's always with anybody. Like 2 years ago with Siakam, it was so far overblown. And now we're seeing how good this guy can be. Challenge is unsuccessful there, by the way, so the Raptors will indeed get free throws. If you guys are enjoying the content, let's try to get this up to 100. Sorry, let's try to get this up to 50 likes here. We're at 38 likes so far, and this is 99 people watching right now. So if only 12 of the people have not done it already, throw a like down on this stream. I'll get up to 50. Would appreciate it. We were at 50 on the previous stream, which unfortunately we had connection issues. So let's get back. Let's get back in the mix here. And let's get back in the mix here and get those likes up. If you are enjoying the content, it's the easiest way to support. Only takes a second out of your day. I'm old enough to have watched Bert and Ernie's first broadcast. Wow. 2013 Heels or 2016 Warriors? Ah, man. The Heat were just like so much firepower. But the Warriors were just such a good basketball team. That's a tough question. I think I'd have to go with LeBron in his prime with D-Wade, Chris Bosh. I think I have to go with that, but I don't think it's clear-cut. That's tough. Fred at the line gets both free throws to go and brings us up to a 13-point game here. I'm old to have been an adult when Thomas brought us these Raptors. Thomas who? I'm old enough to have Chris Bosh as my first jersey. Well, I mean, that's not that old because he left in 2010. First jersey I got was in 04. It was a Chris Bosh jersey. That's my age. Only player I want to trade is Miles Turner. Don't want OG to go. Okay with Fred and Siakam being traded. Look, it seems like it's up to OG. If OG wants to go, we're willing to move him. End of the third quarter, by the way, here. I would like Turner. I think Turner fits us really well. I just don't know how much you got to pay to get him. All right, let's talk about what we've seen so far. Hopefully we don't lag out here again. Siakam, starting with him. Tough first quarter. Since then, he's been solid, like 8 for 17 with 17 points. These are good numbers with a full court of basketball left to play. It's not as dominant as he has been in other games, but it's still like the fact that he isn't dominant, yet he's still got numbers like that is a testament to his ability. Achua with a really down game here from a point standpoint, but still affecting the game defensively and the rebounding spots. Scotty Barnes, just a game where we haven't maybe required him as much. He's not been given the ball as much because we're getting such good games from Fred VanVleet, who's got 31 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Like this is the level Fred VanVleet was at when he made an All-Star team. I'm not saying he should have been an All-Star this year, far from it, but Fred is at his All-Star level at the moment. Maybe even beyond that. We have a full quarter of basketball to play, and he's got 31 points. Just straight mathematically speaking, he's on pace for 40 points today. And he's a plus 13. And there's literally nothing you can pick out from his performance today. Like, people love to cherry pick things that go wrong. He's a plus 13. He hasn't turned over the ball. He's shooting just under 50% from the field. And he's shooting 50% from 3. Crazy. Further down the list, Gary Trent Jr. is 8 for 10 He's 4 for 5 from 3. Both of those are 80%. 1 assist, 1 rebound, 20 points. Bucket getter. Bucket getter. Chris Boucher's got 9 points, and he was huge off the bench in the first quarter. Has been a bit quiet since then. Koloko doesn't have a shot, but I've really liked what he's brought defensively. Same with Boucher as well. He's been great, just hasn't been scoring because you got Fred and Gary and Siakam doing all that. I like what I've seen from Koloko. I liked what I've seen from Chris Boucher. Let's get over the line here. Let's finish up this game. Raptors shooting 47 and 40. Wait, what the hell? Is it quarter started? Sorry, my TSN stream might be behind. Let me refresh. Rockets get out to an early bucket there to start the fourth quarter. Sorry, I was going to go through team stats, but it looks like we're here. Yeah, I get. No matter how good Fred plays, he takes bad shots sometimes. Agreed. That is just who, at this point, I have accepted that he is always going to heat check himself and take on some shots maybe he shouldn't take. It's just part of what he brings to the team. If you want to be really picky, which you specified, sure. Fair enough. Okay, 91-76. I was a little bit behind there, but I'm back up to speed with the ESPN score because thankfully we are on TSN today. Did Barnes just hit a 3? All I gotta say is it would be nice if Gary Trent Jr. scored 2 points in this quarter or more. Christopher lays it up past Boucher and brings us to a 13-point game. Barnes hit 2 threes in a row, so he's up to 11 points. Wow, Scotty, let him shoot again. I wish I saw that man. My connection's bugging today. Flynn. Floater is so bad that it's actually an alley-oop to Chris Boucher, who finishes at the rim. We'll take it. Eric Gordon inside, and he's fouled by Koloko, and the ball sticks to the rim there. Get a broom. And eventually falls. Oh, you met most people. That's so cool. I've never met a Raptors player or former Raptors player. One day, maybe. 4 more fouls for Koloko to use. Use them up. We got him for a reason, don't we? All right. 13-point game. Raptors just got to get over the line here with 10 minutes to go. Malachi Flynn to Barnes. Now Trent. Being Shaq, that'd be cool. Trent for 3. This one's an air ball. Met Del Curry. Man, you guys have all these cool stories. I guess, you know what? I met the founder of the Raptors, John Bitove. That's cool. I interviewed him too. It's on this channel, actually, if you want to search it. Christopher outside to Smith. And he loses it. Trent with the rebound. Slows it down in transition and finds Flynn open for 3. And he's well off the mark there. Barnes for 3. This one doesn't go for him. It was close, though. My wife's a service the entire Shaq to 200. Wow, that's a dope story. That'd be so cool. Just your average serving day and you meet Shaq. I guess if you're at that restaurant, you're bound to meet some cool people. Good work here by the Rockets, and they free up an open 3 in the corner for Josh Christopher, and it's a 10-point game. Nothing happened. This is Malachi Flynn. I don't know, like this is him. You met Tim Horton. Now that's something. Also, a self-report on, respectfully, on your age, but still cool. Gary Trent stepping back for 2 and connecting. Needed that one. Sayonara to the local Timmies. Isn't it crazy? Oh, Flynn. Oh. Sorry. Oh, I thought he got landed on really awkwardly there. I saw his leg fall in there. Ooh, I thought that could have been bad. My bad. The spread for this game was 7.5. 7.5. Pretty wide consensus was 7.5. I don't think there were other prices and other spreads available at close. So far from covering here for the Raptors. We'll see. I didn't bet on it. I'm just looking for a win. No problem, Gurman. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good Friday. Boucher for 2. No good. It's 8:10 to go in the game as Christopher brings it forward. Jabari Smith, nice feed to Martin, who misses the layup, but he's fouled by Siakam. That was a bit soft, but Martin will head to the line here. You saw Bruno Caboclo at Young and Ellington Cineplex a few years back. But this man had the audacity to show his face in Toronto a few years back. This man had the audacity to come around Toronto. I mean, I guess he didn't. All he ever did was be himself, but the Raptors overreached on him. You saw Marcus Camby Eaton Center. God damn, you guys met some cool ass Raptors guys. I haven't met any of them. Masai was just so obsessed with finding the next Giannis that I think he convinced himself that he had it. I think he just was so fixated on that he forced him to believe that Caboclo could be like that. Trent for 3 and another one for Trent. Wait, I think Trent is 10 for 13. He is 10 for 13 in this game. Gary Trent Jr., baby. Every team in the NBA should have drafted Jokic, but they didn't. Nobody knew. Even the Nuggets. People praise the Nuggets scouts. Trent for 3. This one's no good. People praise the Nuggets scouts. And you know what they say? They say we got lucky. Don't praise us. We had no idea he was this good. Sometimes things like that happen, man. Eric Gordon working on Flynn, kicking to Martin for 3, and he restores the 10-point game. 98-88 with 7:02 to go. Flynn gives it to Barnes. Barnes, one-on-one with Smith. Come on, take this, Scotty. He's fouled. Closing time, I suppose closing time. Man, the Hawks are blowing out another team tonight. They're up 52-38 in the Jazz. They ripped the Phoenix Suns apart. Was that yesterday or 2 days? I think 2 days ago. Good golly, Miss Molly. Hang around downtown Teocor. That's true. I mean, I do go to Toronto a lot, but it's at night, and I don't go to very popular places. I go to the more, you know what? That's fair. I don't get myself out there in Toronto. I am moving Toronto to Toronto, downtown Toronto. Hopefully, in the next 5 or 6 months, I will be an apartment owner in Toronto. We will see on that. Scott's had to cook Jabari Smith. I wanted him to. Saw Dave Winfield walking through Stadium Montreal. Oh, wow. That's cool as well. What a player. We don't know who Dave Winfield is. He's I must be 2-time World Series champ with the Jays. I don't know if he was only on one, but I believe he was on both. Congrats. Well, I haven't bought it yet, but in the works to do that. Winfield wants noise. And he got noise. He gets noise to this day. Would you go to more games if you do move to Toronto? It's not like the stadium is like, it's not like the arena is not accessible to me. Like I don't live in Toronto, but I'm a bus ride. I'm a lengthy bus ride, but I'm a reasonable bus ride or train ride away from going. I enjoy streaming. If I go, I'm paying a lot of money. I mean, this season as well, it's not an exciting time to go. I do like going to games. Not this year. I don't think I'll go to a game. The team just isn't very good. Unless like the Lakers are in town and LeBron is playing, I don't want to go. I would have gone if LeBron was playing when the Lakers were in town. I was gonna buy tickets to that game, but unfortunately he was not. I didn't go. I would be surprised if I went to a game this year. The friend I would usually go to games with has a kid now, so I also so he would typically buy tickets and then look for a friend to go, and he'd ask if I wanted to go sometimes, but he has a kid, so I don't think that's happening here. So I don't think I'll be at a game this year. But it's just expensive. Siakam for 2 doesn't go. It's a 10-point game still. Jay Conda, thank you so much for the super chat again. Second super chat of the stream from Jay Conda. And he says, have a good night, gentlemen. Catch you guys next round. Also respect to the ladies out here watching the stream. Yes, have a good night, Jay Conda. Appreciate you stopping by, supporting the stream with the super chats, and just help with the vibe. I love it. Have a good night. Have a great weekend. 10-point game. Alperen Şengün out of the pick and roll. He goes into the rim, and he is fouled. Chance to make this an 8-point game. You don't like Paul Jones? He's no Matty D, but I think he knows ball. I think he's very much a radio guy. He's very not quite as animated. He's very to the point, and I think that suits radio a bit more. The Rockets play better when they play through Şengün. It's not necessarily they're better without Green. It's just that they play more through Şengün without Green playing, and that makes them better, if that makes sense. Şengün misses a second free throw. Raptors looking to close out this game up by 9. How many pieces away do you think we are from truly being competitive in the years to come? With this current team, you need a rim protector and probably a player better than Siakam as a shooting guard or guard. So far with this core. Van Vliet for 3. I don't think they're going to count that. I think the foul was on the floor. I think that is the correct call. You think this trade for Kyrie? I'm going to stop you there. You're not getting Kyrie. Why would you trade 2 first-round picks for a guy that's going to leave at the end of this season after you still probably lose first or second round? Van Vliet, step back 3. That one would have counted, but it was way off the mark there. I love Şengün. I wish we could have gotten him. When he fell to 16 in his draft, first of all, I was shocked. Second of all, I wanted to trade up to that year and get him, but didn't happen. Well, the blemish is he's not a good defender. He's just not a good defender. That is the problem. You're not getting, we're not getting Kyrie. Like I said earlier, I know you weren't here. I'm just saying, Kyrie ain't happening. I'm sorry, guys. Kyrie's not happening. He'd leave at the end of the season. This season, you're so far behind the pack that I don't think you can truly challenge for a championship with him. I mean, we see the depth of this team. It shouldn't and it won't happen. Pascal for 20 points. What are you saying? Do I think he'll get there? I mean, he should. Bezos got to get Kyrie with the Blue Order tickets. Now, we shouldn't reward people who think so stupidly with that. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying. It's a joke, though. 98-90. Achua has a lane, and he is not blocked, but he's deterred at the rim. Loses it. This game ain't quite over yet. Christopher inside and kicks it out to Smith. They turn it over. Trent fires it to, Achua. Barnes fires to Achua, and 1. Raptors back up by 10, maybe 11 if Achua can hit the line. Another super chat coming through here. 905 Yada with the super chat. Say, good night, everyone. Gotta head out. Thanks always for the stream. Thanks as always for the support to 905 Yada, the GOAT. Always supporting. Coming through with the super chats. Coming through with the gifted memberships. Appreciate that. And hope you have a great weekend. Achua misses the free throw. It's a 10-point game. 4:59 to go here. Apparently, in the last week or so, Kyrie was trying to figure out a contract with the Nets. I'm going to assume, as Şengün missed the layup, the stipulation and the issue with the contract negotiation was that the Brooklyn Nets firmly did not want to give Kyrie Irving 4 years of guaranteed money. And you know what? If I'm Brooklyn, you never know. Maybe Kyrie decides his sister's having a birthday party. He doesn't want to play anymore. Maybe he decides there's an injury at every camp. Like all these factors you have to consider with Kyrie. You had committing to a contract, and there's a super chat confirmation. Committing to a contract with Kyrie Irving is a risk. Essentially, if you play a certain amount of games, the contract becomes guaranteed. I think that's more than fair, but I assume that would be where the area of concern was for the Nets, and ultimately why now they're looking for a trade. Trent for 3, no good there. 8-point game with 4 minutes to go. I mean, this game is in touching distance. If Houston can find a 3 and Jabari Smith pulls it, does not find it, and it slips between Şengün's legs. Scotty Barnes taking it full court, feeding Trent, who finds Siakam. Nice passing down low, and Siakam restores the double-digit advantage. Yeah, the net stipulation, my goodness, show up to games, but the Lakers will give Kyrie what he wants. They'll give him the max, the guaranteed. Corner for Knicks, who misses the 3. A loose ball foul has been called, and it's Raptors ball. The Lakers, because they take care of superstars, they'll give him what he wants. Tell that to Kawhi. Well, Kawhi is different. Kawhi would play, right? He gets injured all the time. Like, you have to load manage because he gets injured all the time. Kyrie Irving legitimately chooses at times not to play basketball. And this season's different. He's playing. He's excellent. He's such a good player, but he's in a contract year. He has to fool everybody into thinking like this is what you'll get every year. And maybe it will be, but there's just that always that risk involved that one day he might decide, I don't feel like playing basketball right now. Achua nearly airballs his second free throw there, 103-92. And the Nets choose at times to be horrible. Yes, they do. They certainly do that. Well, you wouldn't see Kyrie and Westbrook. Westbrook's going to Brooklyn if that trade gets done. No problem, Gurman. Have a good weekend. 3:08 to go. Raptors up by 11. I don't wanna jinx it here, but it does look like the Raptors are going to come away from Houston with a win. If you guys are enjoying the content, want to remind you to smash that like button. It does go a long way to supporting the channel. We had an issue with connection earlier and had to restart the stream, restart fresh on the like count. We were up to 50. We're at 55 now, so I appreciate that. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Let's try to make a late push. Maybe we make a big push late and get to 100. I don't know. There's 127 people watching at the end of the day. And if you guys are enjoying the content, you want to see more just like it, I do a watch party for pretty much every single Raptors game, unless I'm out of the country or it is Valentine's Day. And beyond just the live streams for so many of these games, there's also videos all week. This is the 5th of 8 straight days of content. Trade deadline around the corner. Lots of great content on the way. You like the Raptors, you like the NBA, you'll love amateur hour sports. Please get involved. What's going on? Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that Kyrie thing, and nobody, please, let's not do this. Fred VanVleet is more reliable than Kyrie, but Kyrie's more talented. I mean, I guess. I think if you let's say straight swap, I'll play the high risk and get Kyrie Irving, as I think anybody would say so. But it's just, you have to think about these things with Kyrie. Like, you shouldn't have to, but you have to think about these things with Kyrie Irving, right? It's a circus a lot of the time with him. It just is. You know what I mean? So I imagine that was the holdup on the contract. The Nets were like, we cannot guarantee you a 4-year contract. And Kyrie said, all right, I'm out then. Friday stream today. There's a Raptors game after all. What you got to do, Thunder? You got to make sure you're already subscribed. Make sure notifications are on. You're notified when we go live. You're notified when a video comes out. You'll never miss out on a stream again. I'd love to see how good that Lakers team looks with Kyrie, LeBron, and AD. That'd be a fun team. That'd be a fun team to watch. Fred in the first for Kyrie. Would I do it? No. We suck. We are 2 games ahead of the Orlando Magic. We are a bad basketball team. Kyrie Irving doesn't alter the fact that we'd lose in the first round of the playoff series, maybe get to a second round, and then he'd leave. He'd leave for nothing in the offseason. And we would have given a pick just to really not move the needle all too much. Please, we're not getting Kyrie Irving. We don't have to, because it's not happening. No way. He wouldn't resign. Yeah, he forced Wade Cleveland to be in LeBron's shadow. You could not live with your own failure. And where did it bring you? Back to me. You think LeBron would say that when he showed up? How many of you have been kicked out of a club? I got kicked out of a club once. Actually, technically twice. Well, once. The second time they tried to kick me out. My friends convinced the guy to let me stay. Didn't do anything like ridiculous. Nothing crazy. No harm to other people. But it happens. 104.95, 2:36 to go. You got to hand it to Houston. They're taking it right to the end here. Did Barnes just double dribble? He just hit a jumper. Sky Barnes having a much better fourth quarter than the rest of the game. Kai going into heat. That is very interesting. Yeah, Lowry contract sorts it. I still think Gordon layup. This game's pretty much done. I still think that, like, I made an amateur TV video. Amateur TV is my second channel. I spoke about Kyrie. I like the Suns because I think Brooklyn really liked their team this year still. They're gonna want a good player back to stay competitive this season. At least that's my expectation because they're a good team. I think Chris Paul Kyrie swap is interesting. Siakam stepping back for 2 there. Because Chris Paul, obviously not what he used to be, that still keeps Brooklyn considerably relevant. I think there's a bit of a clash between Chris Paul and Ben Simmons' style of play. But I think you can work around that. If you get Ben Simmons to be more of a cutter, more of a finisher, get the confidence up there. But I like that fit a lot. for Brooklyn, just trying to make up something from this situation. And I do like, I love Kyrie with Booker and Ayton. I think that's a good spot. Suns looking for a Chris Paul replacement. But also, from a Nets perspective, is what you're going to get back worth it over maybe just, I don't know, can Brooklyn win a championship this season? Do you just play, all right, we're going all out on this year. We're gonna keep him. We're gonna keep him till the end of the season. We're gonna strengthen the deadline and go all out to win this season. I think that's not out of the realms of possibilities here. I think that could work. But I feel like you still can get a lot for Kyrie, so maybe it is in your best interest to do that. Achua at the rim, which I don't think any team wouldn't trade with us. Achua fouled there. He's going to head to the line. 1:17 to go. This game is pretty much wrapped up. It's going to be how much the Raptors win by. And if they cover, I mean, I don't have a bet on it, but I'm sure people do have bets on this 7.5 spread, which is still at stake. What I want from the Heat in an OG trade, I just don't see a trade that works there. Nothing really entices me that they could give. You think playing a major impact trade market? Oh, massive, because teams have a lot longer to decide what their season is going to be if they can stay competitive. And for a lot of teams, like for the Timberwolves, for the Kings, I mean, the Kings are beyond that, but for like the Timberwolves, we're seeing like how important the play-in can be for them as well. It is it's kept the league more competitive. That's what they were looking for when they added it, and I'd say mission accomplished. Not as many teams are tanking. It keeps more teams more relevant for a longer period of time. Most melancholy game in team history. I don't know. The energy's been there. Like, it hasn't been dead. They're out there playing to win. I made a bad pill with Duncan Lowry. Yet somehow they're still winning all these games. Like, Gabe Vincent is your heavy minute backup point guard. And they're still winning. Which Martin is it? Cody Martin? Consistent minutes. And they're they just win games no matter who, like the injuries too. They just win basketball games. Spoelstra and Pat Riley, man. They just know ball. Would I do Pascal for Bam straight up? I don't think either fan base would say yes to that. Gordon for 3, off the mark, rebound, and foul as Jabari Smith corralled it down low. He can make this a 7-point game if he can hit both free throws. Everyone makes mistakes, yes, of course. Even Pat Riley, yeah, you're right. The Orlando, it's still very weird to me, the Fred and Orlando thing. I would be surprised. Kyle hasn't been great. I mean, he's not what they need him to be. The Rockets do really suck. I mean, we knew that. Look at their starting 5, man. The starting 5 is garbage. Raptors played like a standard game here. They did nothing other than Van Vliet and Trent, I guess, but nothing has been ridiculous about the Raptors' performance. It's just been, we've been at a solid level and we're playing an inferior team, and looks like we're going to get over the line. Thoughts on Randall or Bam over Pascal All-Star? Both of those guys were locks to me. The shock is DeRozan and Drew Holiday. And that will be the topic of tomorrow's video on this channel. So stay tuned. We'll be going in depth on that. Well, Miami do have a scoring point guard. Tyler Hero's there. It's a technical foul on Precious. Okay, maybe the game isn't quite over. And Jabari Smith connects from the line. Okay. Raptors inbound to Siakam, who is fouled. It's a 6-point game. Okay, it's not quite over. Have Heat fans? Why have they turned on Hero? Has Hero not been good? Big contract. Like, all these contracts are going to look fine in a few years. I keep saying. They're all going to look fine. Siakam's got the first one from the line. It's a 7-point game. Second free throw, also good. 8-point game. And Houston called timeout. Stop drawing this game out, man. Let me go. Enjoy my night. Well, sorry. I enjoy this. But you know what I mean. Well, you have to worry about contracts because, like, you don't want to go into the luxury tax for a team that isn't going many places. Ty's averaging 20 minutes. Yeah, I thought he was playing fine. I feel like Ballmer is the richest owner, but, like, obviously, Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment have a lot of money. They can go into the luxury tax they want, and they would if the team was competitive enough to do it. Yeah, I walked my dog earlier. It was fucking freezing. I'm going to have to walk her again a little bit after this. It's going to be tough. Most played in the NBA at his prime would be the best player of all time. Sabonis, like the older Sabonis. Damn, 50 Cent in the house watching his team get smoked. My mustache froze walking the dog. Şengün on the inside is fouled by Barnes. Isn't Sabonis' father a Hall of Famer? I believe he's in the Hall of Fame. Şengün first free throw's good. So if he hits the second one, it's still a 2-possession game. I mean, this one ain't completely done here. My favorite draft prospects. I haven't done enough research to really say. I mean, obviously, Wembanyama, Scoot you love, the Thompson twins you like. Other than that, I haven't really done much research. I gotta get into gear. Probably in March around the tournament, I'll get more involved with my scouting, especially if the Raptors commit to those draft picks. Siakam to Barnes, forward to Fred, nice feed to Trent. Raptors able to run the clock out a little bit here. He probably should have passed to Flynn to just hit a layup, but they decide to instead go for the shots at the line. Gary Trent. What the hell is 50 Cent doing in Houston right now? I do believe they will sell at the deadline. I also believe they're about to sell hard. Gary made a business decision. Come on, Flynn would have made the layup. I think this is clock and a little bit of Gary wanted some numbers. This is a long game. Knicks at the rim finishes. So still 2-possession game. Fred has it. And he's fouled by Gordon. This is a long-ass fucking basketball game. You don't watch the game? That's fine. You can just hang out with me, listen to what I have to say about the game. Black Labs can be happiness weather. My dog loves fucking snow. If I'm shoveling my driveway, if I don't shovel the snow in her face for her to catch and just whatever, play with, she barks furiously. I'm not joking. Smith for 3, connects, 1.9 seconds, and the Raptors inbound and Trent is fouled. It's a 4-point game, but Trent can make it 6, and this game is done. My dogs don't quite know what it is. It's best guess is it's a German Shepherd mixed with Bloodhound, but it's a rescue. But like I swear, if you waste one shovelful of snow, she loses her mind. You have to throw it at her, or it's a problem. She loves snow. She could sit there for hours just lobbing up snowballs and her catching them and eating them. All right. Anyways, Raptors are about to win a basketball game. Trent's about to make it a 6-point game. There's 0.9 seconds on the clock. That will do it. The Raptors win this game 117 to 111. Yeah, let's give them our yay. The Raptors win a basketball game. I tie my dog to a tree at the end of the driveway, and then she barks because I'm not shoveling the snow in her face. She can't even be outside. I have to like attach her to me or throw her inside. Anyways, bluegrass music, I don't know what that is. All right, I got chicken nuggets to eat, and I got beer to drink. Let's do our post-game show, everybody. The Raptors don't do anything overly extraordinary in this one, but they play as consistent as they have been lately, and against an inferior team like the Houston Rockets, they get over the line and win 117 to 111, and maybe a little bit of a tryout for players that could be on the move in less than a week's time. Let's break down the game for you in tonight's post-game show. All right, everybody, we had a bit of a fun stream here. The Raptors just took down the Houston Rockets 117 to 111. I would say the margin at which the Raptors won this game in terms of like performance was better than the score would suggest. It looks like more of a close game late, but the Raptors were very, very comfortable for the entirety of the second half in this one. And to be honest, when you have a look at just the caliber of the teams involved in this game, that should not come as a surprise. The Houston Rockets got up some big performances from a lot of players, but at the end of the day, like it's just not that good of the Houston Rockets team, and the Raptors did not have to do anything extraordinary just to get over the line and win the game. Rebounding was a factor in this game. Turnovers were a bit of a factor in this game, and ultimately the firepower at the top end of this Raptors team gets them over the line. Yes, we can talk about how competitive wins maybe are the best thing for this team at the moment, but until the West Coast road trip is over and the front office really set off the fireworks before the trade deadline, at the trade deadline for what they want to do with this team, which is likely going to be going in the direction of the tank. This team is out here to win games. The players are out there. They want to win games. They have that competitive mindset. Nick Nurse is trying to put out a team that helps them win the game. This is what we are. The Rockets are so bad that the Raptors are good enough to win this. And the month of January and the start of February so far for the Raptors, it's been relatively consistent in terms of the level that they're putting out. December was an awful month where the Raptors had some really, really bad losses. This month, expectations certainly have simmered down a bit, but other than the blowout loss to the Atlanta Hawks on January 14th and not even that one, entire month of January, only that one game to the Atlanta Hawks for the Raptors truly been awful. Yeah, we've lost a lot of games, but a lot of them have just been close games where you're competitive and you end up losing late because you don't have the talent. Today was different. They maintained a competitive level, and they were just way better than the Houston Rockets, and they imposed their dominance and imposed their will against the team, and just comfy 117-111 win. Despite it was a pretty rough start though. Raptors started down 19-6. It looked like it was going to go way off of what it ended up being, but a quick comeback and a comfortable win, as I mentioned. Let's go into the box score to see where the comfortability came from, and in particular, it came from, once again, Fred VanVleet. Outstanding game, not even like a single blemish on the box score. Fred VanVleet shoots 10 for 22, 5 for 11 from 3, 32 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and no turnovers. Also was +9 in this game. Not a single blemish in which you could nitpick on this Fred VanVleet performance. He put the team on his back in this game, especially early on, where it took the Raptors like 5 minutes to get their first bucket, and he was a catalyst in helping the Raptors fight back into this game. Siakam, fresh off the All-Star snub, has a solid night, 10 for 20 from the field, 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Also managed 2 steals here. The 3 turnovers. Been turning the ball over a little bit more recently. I feel like right now, Siakam, his game isn't as smooth as it has been. The numbers are still there. I feel like he has to work a lot harder for the numbers. The very small and only silver lining of him getting snubbed from the All-Star game is that it'll give him a nice, well-deserved week off from basketball just to hopefully reset and get back up to the levels from earlier on in the season, though he still has been impressive lately. Gary Trent, outstanding as well. Maybe the best stat line of the night, shooting 10 for 15, 5 for 9 from 3, 29 points, only 2 assists, 1 rebound. My man is straight getting buckets today. Off night for Achua from an offensive standpoint, but still solid contributions with 9 points, 8 rebounds. Scotty Barnes, I guess seeing what was around him here, didn't have to do too much. Did come alive in the fourth quarter, however, and ends with 13 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Bench came up big, especially in the first quarter when the Raptors were down by so much. Chris Boucher had 7 of the first 10 points for the Raptors in this game. He finishes 5 for 11. He has 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 of those offensive, going along with 3 blocks as well. Koloko did not shoot the ball tonight, but in his 17 minutes, he had the highest plus-minus on the Raptors. He was a plus 16, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Playing against an inferior team here, a team that can't expose him in switches as much, a team that can't pick on him on the perimeter. Koloko looked good. And even against the Jazz, the Koloko minutes look good. We just need to really get that offensive game developed for him to get to the level where he's playing consistent NBA minutes against any team. And we don't have to kind of pick and choose where exactly we play him. Raptors get over the line here because they force the extra possessions. Pretty much how the game went. Raptors shoot the ball 90 times to the Houston Rockets 80 times, and a 46% field goal percentage mixed with a rather good for the Raptors at least, or any team you'd say, 39% shooting from 3. Showcases some well-rounded offensive sets, good performance, exposing a very bad Rockets defense. Rockets shoot 50% from the field, but did not have the volume shooters from 3 to really sustain such an offensive pace. No Jalen Green, why am I blanking the guy's name? KPJ. We'll restart. No Jalen Green, no KPJ. Not a lot of high volume shooters, though. Very clear for everybody to see, except for Coach Silas on the Houston Rockets. The Rockets are a better team when the offense is running through Alperen Şengün, and they're not ball hogging with KPJ and Jalen Green. That being said, though, not enough shooters here. Tough to sustain the pace. Also doesn't help when you shoot 24 for 33 from the line. Raptors aren't much better, but they did not take advantage of those extra opportunities there. Raptors earned some offensive possessions, some extra possessions with the offensive rebounding, which ends 13-6. Turnover-wise, Raptors win that battle 13-9, and overall, like I said, look comfortable in this game, and you'd expect them to. You'd expect the Raptors to look comfortable here. It's an inferior Rockets team that did not have 2 of their starting players, so we're very happy to see the Raptors getting over the line and taking care of business here. Now, obviously, a lot of people are talking about the fact that, we should be looking to weigh the tank. We should be looking to fall off the pace. I think the criticism would be a lot louder than the praise the criticism for losing to the Rockets would be a lot louder than the criticism for winning this game. Like I said, the reality is that this team is out there trying to win basketball games right now. This team is out there trying to compete. You still see that. It must be a really weird dynamic within the team right now. And the fact they're fighting through that, still putting on consistently solid performances, albeit in some losses, they still are putting on some consistent performances, and we are still getting competitive. And I would say somewhat entertaining basketball. The dynamic has to be weird because you're looking at a roster right now where 3 of the main guys might not be here next week, and like 2 to like 6, 7 players in total, if you're like looking at salary filler, might completely change the dynamic of this team next week. So a lot of guys thinking this could be, maybe any day could be their final game in a Raptors uniform. You might be looking at your teammate. He may not be your teammate at the end of the day. So there's lots of things going on here. That being said, the ball was moving around well. They were zipping around offense. The half-court offense looked good. It has looked good in the last month. January has really stepped up there throughout the game. Maybe not in the clutch spaces where it's a close game. That I still have had an issue with. But the month of January hasn't been great. It hasn't been that bad. It's been right firmly in the middle, I'd say. But firmly in the middle is not good enough for the aspirations this team has. And we're too far behind the pack to really commit. I still maintain there was a talent here from a player perspective to get this done. The mix wasn't good. The depth wasn't good. And all of that has got us to this point where, yes, we're going to be a selling team next week. Teams are queuing up to see us make maybe the first move to get the ball rolling for trade deadline. But we're 6 games into this road trip, the daunting road trip where we are 3-3. We have Memphis coming up on the 5th, which will likely make us 3-4. But even if we win that game, I can't see the front office committing to making this a winning team. So we'll accept that. A big week in the landscape of the franchise and its future is on the way. This next week can really make or break what this team can be going forward. So we're excited to see just what that is going to look like for this team, just what this team can do. I will be sad to see some guys go, but I, like many others, I'd say, am more than ready to see the change and to see where this team is going to be. But tonight, hey, we'll have a nice win that we can talk about, a nice win that we can celebrate. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this one. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream or the post-game show. If you did enjoy, please make sure you have subscribed to the channel for more Raptors content like this for every single Raptors game. And also be sure to smash that like button, help us get into more recommended pages. Support Amateur Hour, support what we do. We do some great work over here, and we hope you guys appreciate it. All we ask, drop a like, subscribe. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you again next time for more. All right, everybody in the YouTube chat, appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. Sorry for the connection issues from a little bit earlier on, but appreciate you guys still rocking me, still hanging out. This is the 5th of, we've upgraded now to 8 straight days of content on the channel. We're going to be doing a video tomorrow about the Siakam All-Star snub. We're doing a stream on Sunday as the Raptors play the Memphis Grizzlies. Monday, we'll be back with another video, talk about something, hopefully something trade related. So, we got a lot going on. We got a lot going on, and I hope you guys are queued up, and I hope you guys are excited to see what sort of content we have on the way. The trash comment, I didn't see it. Trade Fred Van, I mean, just nonsense, whatever. Okay, that will wrap it up from me. Thank you so much, guys, again for the support. Hope to see the video tomorrow. If not, hope to see you at the stream on Sunday. And hope you all have a great weekend in the process.